Hi guys. Sorry I've been away for so long, but welcome to a Nutritarian in La La Land. I've hit my 80 pounds lost goal, and it's a halfway mark actually. 85 is the halfway mark, and I have to lose 85 more. I have to lose a lot of weight. That was big. Anyway, we're making enchiladas, guys, and if you like my videos, subscribe, click the thumbs up, leave a comment, and click the bell so you know when I get a new video. Sorry it took so long. I was out of town for a wedding, and it was a disaster, and it took like a month, and it's a long story, but that's why I don't have a video. And now that I'm back, I'm safe at home, and I'm ready for you guys, and we're gonna make some enchiladas, black bean enchiladas, vegan style, nutritarian style, but because I'm using vegan cheese, which I don't use processed foods, but this is for the family, and if you do it only once in a while, it won't hurt. My vegan cheese, and what was the other thing? And a little bit of olives on top, but that's just a little tiny bit. But we're good. Watch your salt. Don't eat processed foods if you don't have to. Eat whole foods, plant-based, to be disease-free, and feed your monkeys what they would eat in the wild. I say that because this channel is dedicated to primates of all kinds to be healthy and to stop dying of diabetes and other things. Okay, here we go. We got to cut up an onion. I always have to start with cutting up an onion. Isn't that always the way? Cut up an onion. And I got some jalapenos. Look what I got for the jalapenos. I am so tired of having to not get the jalapeno sting out of your freaking skin. It sinks in, and your hand feels like you took a dive in icy hot, and it like really, really bad. It tingles forever. No matter what you do, you can't get it out. And God forbid if you touch your eyes, your nose, or your ears, or somewhere where you're going to end up hurting yourself. So don't. When you use the jalapenos in your recipe, use some gloves. Be smart. Don't be like me and make the mistakes. Now I'm not making the mistake, and I'm using the gloves. I need goggles for the onions. I ate onions, hurting my eyes. Let me get my garbage bowl. Alrighty then. Starting off real good. Garbage bowl. Well, it's blocking the. I got stuff over here that I'm gonna scoot into the camera when I'm ready. So, okay, garbage bowl's right here. Save all your scraps to make vegetable broth. You freeze it, and then when you're like one of those gallon Ziploc bags for the freezer, fill it up with all kinds of different veggie scraps, and then you make your broth by just putting it in. I have a pressure cooker. You can do it in a crock pot all day long. You just you fill it with your veggie scraps. You fill it with water above this much above the scraps, and you put like a bay leaf, some pepper. You don't need a lot of seasoning because the vegetables will season it. So I haven't made one in a while because I have to use the one I have, and my veggies are in the freezer. You got one onion. You're going to chop one onion and have 2 teaspoons of minced garlic, and you're going to saute those. Those are the first things you're going to do. I'm going to try to chop it up more because, you know what? Big chunks get in the way when you're rolling the enchilada. You want tiny pieces so it all fits in there nice when you're rolling your enchilada. I'm hoping, this is the first time I'm doing this recipe, so I'm hoping the sauce tastes like what I want it to be. So I'm going to be pissed if it isn't. I know, you know, I don't add oil, salt, or sugar, and a lot of sauces ask for sugar. This one didn't, thank God. The recipe did not say to use sugar, so even if it did, I'd end up using unsweetened applesauce as sugar for my sauce. Dr. Furman uses dates Is it dates? Yeah, it's dates. I always get dates and figs mixed up. Figs are not vegan. Look it up. Google it. I don't have time to explain. A lot of things aren't vegan that you think are vegan. Bread isn't vegan. Alcohol is not all alcohol is vegan. I went to a wedding, like I said, I went to a wedding in New York, my sister. Love you, Jen, in-laws. Congratulations. And I had to go up to the bartender and I'm like, do you have vegan wine? And like, they didn't know wine wasn't vegan. So I said, well, you know, I had to explain it to them, and then I looked it up, and because sometimes they use egg whites and sometimes they put it in, I don't know if it's a sheep's bladder or some other kind of animal's bladder, and there's gelatin. Gelatin is animal cartilage. So you look it up, and it was a vodka type that they had that was no animal products in the making of it. And I had that with 100% juice. I only had 3 drinks. That's all I usually only have. I don't know what it is with 3. That's my limit. So we're sauteing 1 whole onion. I use yellow onions for Mexican food. And the 1 whole onion, no oil. We're going to saute in water. So if it gets stuck, we use water. Very natural, or vegetable broth if you want it to be extra flavored, but this is cool. I want this, sorry, I couldn't open it. 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. I bought the jar kind because, you know, it saves me time in my videos. 1, 2, okay? And you saute this till it's translucent. That's what it always says. Cameraman, can you make sure that you can see me? I want you to stay nearby in case you have to pan the camera, you know?
You're fine.
Okay. Alright, so I read the recipe beforehand so I don't keep looking, but I want to make sure I'm doing it right. It's, like I said, it's the first time I've done it. I'm doing it with you guys. I found it on Pinterest. Found a lot of my recipes on Pinterest. Woo! It's burning me just cooking. And sometimes I tweak it. I always take the oil and salt out, which I had to do in this recipe, because it's just not good for you. And it's not necessary. Totally not a necessary thing in the recipe. If you want to saute, you don't need oil. Come on, guys. It's a habit we all are in. Salt in our food, it's a flavor enhancer. But you know what? When you're using fresh ingredients, there's tons of flavor. And you're not using processed foods, you don't need a salt. And plus, processed foods has a ton of salt in it anyhow. You know. I make my beans ahead of time in my pressure cooker. And also, recipe called for pureed tomato. So I took 10 or 11, I think it was 11 Roma tomatoes. I put it in my pressure cooker on steam and steamed them, and then stuck a can of no salt tomato paste in with the whole tomatoes that I just steamed and pureed it. So that's what you got to do ahead of time, okay? Or while you're cooking. You don't have a video, you have to condense, so you can do it while you're cooking. But yeah, you make your beans ahead of time, or get the no salt canned beans. If you don't have access to a pressure cooker, or you want to save yourself some time, whatever. It's okay to do the can as long as it's no salt. Because I mean, you want to save yourself heart disease and blood pressure and all that junk that I just saved myself from. Okay, I gotta go to the next step. Sorry, guys. Okay, the chili powder and the cumin you put in next. 3 tablespoons? Ooh! We got lots of chili powder here. I might have to get my other thing. You got 3 tablespoons of chili powder. Come on! I can't pour it with my left hand. I'll have it everywhere. 1. 2. And 3 tablespoons chili powder. How much cumin? 2 teaspoons of cumin. Okay, I love cumin. If you're doing any kind of bean recipe, cumin is the bomb. Oh, poop. I'm gonna have to do it this way, and I hope I don't waste any. Come on. 1. I don't want to burn it. Ooh, poop! See, that happens to me every time. Darn it! I should have did it with my right hand. Anyway, then you're going to stir it. I'm going to put a little water in it so it doesn't burn. Okay, it's good. I'm going to stir in these seasoning with your onions and your garlic saute. Okay, guys? I need a little bit more water because I don't want to waste any of that seasoning. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. Yes, sirree. Okay, let me do a quickie. Cook another 2 minutes. Okay, we got to cook this another 2 minutes. I'm going to still put a little bit more water because I do not want it to stick. I'm not going to ruin this. No, we're not. I'm going to have to lower the heat or something. I don't want it to take forever either, so. Yeah. It looks pretty, pasty. Smells Mexican food. Smells like Mexican food, which I love. I'm from the West Coast. We eat Mexican food here. This used to be Mexico. So that's where a lot of the food kind of just stayed where we were. And we were lucky. We weren't very nice for taking the land from them, but we're very lucky to have their food to enjoy. Okay. Oh, getting stuck on my thing. Look at the beans. 2 cups of the beans, I think it said. I can't see anything with these glasses. Yeah, here's my beans. Fresh, made today from my pressure cooker. 1, 2 cups of beans. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Oh, and the tomato puree. Woo, pretty. 2 cups, remember? Tomato puree is not canned. Unless you want it. I mean, maybe they have canned, but you just steam 10 to 11 tomatoes and 1 can of no salt tomato paste in a blender. 2 cups. You want 2 cups of the liquid. I have some more on the side, so I might end up using more. I don't know. Let me see. Bring to a boil. We're going to bring this to a boil, which is already happening. Let me move this so I got more room. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. I didn't even use pepper. What a mess I made. You're okay. You could cough in the background. This is a normal household, Mike. There's dogs barking, cats meowing, and husband's coughing. My LED light looks low. I mean, we might have to do the batteries. Change the batteries or something.
Your cooking is getting too
It's spicy. That's spicy. When are the jalapenos coming in? No. Oh, cilantro, jalapeno. 5 minutes? Okay. Oh, boy. Okay, I see. That's when the jalapenos come in. I'm going to have to strain this. This is going to be weird. Hold on, guys. This is the instructions say to do. I'll use one of my bowls instead. Oh. Gonna have I'm making a mess. Okay, guys. We might have a part 2 because we're at 5 minutes left. So bear with me. In 4 minutes, we're going to cut and then finish. And when I'm done, guys, when I'm completely done, follow my Instagram and you'll see the end result. Okay? It says turn to low. Wait, babe. I guess that's low. Turn low. Oh, I gotta mash the beans. Mash the beans with a potato masher. Can you see me in the camera? And then you're gonna simmer after this. I'm making a mess. Thank God I got an apron on. You don't want it all mashed, probably. You probably want some pieces. Ooh, this pretty. Okay, I mashed. Okay, and it says to simmer for 5 minutes. So we're gonna have to cut off the video and do the rest on another part. So this is the end of part 1. Love you guys. Follow part 2. Don't just watch this because you need to finish the recipe. Love you guys. See you in a minute. Stop.